Hey Tim, how you doing, mate?
Really well, Vish. How are you?
I'm doing about a 4 out of 5 today, so
That's good.
things are going all right. The sun's
That's
shining
awesome.
actually today, which is a really good thing.
Have you had like anything exciting happen this week or?
Yeah, good question. Have you had anything exciting? I think I've been out for more bike rides this week than I ever have before, and my Zali, my 2-year-old, who's soon to be 3, she can use a normal scooter. Like her balance
Whoa.
is just nuts. But she falls over lots, but then she gets back up and actually balances. So it was really cool to see, growth and her getting stronger and for us to be
Very
able to
cool.
go out. But whenever we go for a bike ride, Tim, my girls always know that I get them a treat. So it's either hot chippies or a chocolate from the BP. So I'm not sure if
Nice.
I'm setting myself up. So, but it's good fun nonetheless each day.
So good.
Yeah. Hey, we should get to our hat because I know we've had some good questions and also some pretty weird, like the peanut butter question. Yeah, we don't want that. So, Tim, from where you are, pink, blue, or orange?
Pink.
Pink. Alrighty. Tim, if you had a warning label, what would yours say? If you had a warning label, what would yours say?
Injury prone, I think.
And maybe a clock there, just waiting for a matter of time until.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice stuff.
What about you, Vish?
Grumpy when hungry. Yeah. So
Like a gremlin.
yeah. So it's almost like would have a feed me kind of sign in the corner. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Let me find one more for you. Tim, what is something that everyone looks stupid doing? What is something where you just look silly, no matter what, you just look silly doing?
Oh, that's a hard one. I'm sure there's lots of things that I think people look silly while they're doing.
The first thing that came into my head, and maybe this might buy some time, I just remember going through alleyways for night walks, particularly through summer, and either tripping on the pavement, and it looks very, very dramatic, like someone just shoved you, but there's no one around you. Or when I've walked into a spider web and I just freak out, and you just kind of. And so I think they're the things that I look a little bit silly in.
Yeah, that's a good one. I reckon that most people look pretty silly doing aerobics.
Even if they're dressed up in it, they look a little bit silly, let alone actually doing it, right?
Yep. It just looks silly. You know?
Unbelievable. Well, it's just a matter of time until Tim, you start doing aerobics. Maybe not. But that's a segue for today. It's just a matter of time because before the creation of the world, look at that. God was always going to send his son. And we've been building up to this wonderful point where God, the promise maker, would send his son and also then be called the promise keeper, which we already know he is. And so the Bible tells us that Jesus is here. And so we're going to find out more about this wonderful story of Jesus actually coming. And you can find out all about it as we read from the Jesus Story of the Bible, but we can read that from the Bible itself, from Luke chapter 1, verse 1 to 4, which says that Luke, who was a doctor, made an orderly, detailed account so that everyone would know Jesus has come. And so have a good read of this from the Bible. But today we're going to hear a wonderful story about how Jesus actually came and changes everything for everyone. So Tim's going to be really cool. What are we going to do now, Tim?
Oh, it's going to be brilliant. Well, just like people have been waiting for ages and ages and ages for Jesus to come, some of you might have been waiting ages and ages and ages for the game. And let me tell you, the wait is over. Let's get into it.
Yoo-hoo!
Guys, do you remember ever going back into libraries and grabbing any book you want? Those books that were made from stories and those stories that were then made into books? Well, for today's game, we are going to come up with a story because today's true story from the Bible really happened. So, to get some energies going, we're going to come up with our very own story. Now, on the screen, there's going to be some incomplete sentences. You just need to finish it with a couple of words and see where the story lands in the end. And then we're going to continue watching onearvo online, all right? So, flick to the screens now, use your imaginations, let's play our game and make up our story together.
Be at peace, my soul. There is only mercy here. What reason do I have to fear? There is hope for me. Rest my weary heart. What trouble should befall me now? For though I wander, I am found. There is hope for me. My hope is the cross. My hope is the risen one, the shelter that holds my heart. My hope is you. Why do I run from you? Why do I try to hide my pain? When you are my hiding place, there is hope for me. There is hope for me. shelter that holds my heart. My hope is you, and it is good, good news. My hope is you, and it is good, good news. My hope is you. Yeah, it is good, good news. My hope is you. My hope is the cross. My hope is the risen one, the shelter that holds my heart. My hope is you. My hope is the cross. My hope is the risen one, the shelter that holds my heart. My hope is you.
Hey guys, Tim here, and it is time for our Bible story. So we're going to read from the Jesus Storybook Bible together, starting at page 170. So please read along with me at home.
So our story starts on page 170, and it's the story Get Ready, and it's about God's people coming back from being slaves. So it's a really, really exciting story. Let's read along together. Have you ever been to a party that lasted a whole week? How about a sermon that went on all day? Well, that's what happened to God's people after they came home from being slaves. They had forgotten how God wanted them to live, or who they were supposed to be. So Ezra and Nehemiah read them the rules that God had given Moses. But something odd happened. The more the sermon went on, the sadder they all got. Why? Was the sermon that boring? No, not really. It was strange, you see. As Ezra read the book of rules, it worked like a mirror. It showed them what they were like, and they didn't like what they saw. They saw that they had not been living the way they should. They saw that they were cruel and selfish. "We've blown it," they cried. "Now God will punish us." They thought they knew what God was going to do, but they didn't. Of course, they might have picked up a clue from Ezra's name, which means help is here, and an even stronger one from Nehemiah's name, because his name means God wipes away our tears. And that, as you'll see, is exactly what God was getting ready to do. Ezra looked at God's children. Great hot tears were welling up in their eyes and streaming down their cheeks. He stopped his sermon mid-sentence and shut the book. "We're having a party," he shouted. And so that's just what they did. All week long. "God wants us to be happy," Ezra said. All day they listened to stories about the wonderful things God had done for his people. How he made the world, how he gave them a special promise to Abraham, how he rescued them from slavery, how he spoke to Moses and showed them how to live, how he brought them to a special land, how he rescued them, no matter what, time after time, over and over again, because of his never stopping, never giving up, unbreaking, always and forever love. They remembered how God had always, all through the years, been loving his children, keeping his promise to Abraham, taking care of them, forgiving them, even when they disobeyed, even when they ran away from him, even when they thought they didn't need him. Then God told his children something more. "I can't stop loving you. You are my heart's treasure, but I lost you. Now I am coming back for you. I am like the sun that gently shines on you, chasing away darkness and fear and death. You'll be so happy. You'll be like little calves running free in an open field. I am going to send my messenger, the promised one, the one that you've been waiting for, the rescuer. He's coming, so get ready." It had taken centuries for God's people to be ready, but now the time had come for the best part of God's plan. God himself was going to come, not to punish people, but to rescue them. God was getting ready to wipe away every tear from every eye, and the true party was just about to begin.
Well, that was a great story, wasn't it? And now we've got some time to think about what it means for us together.
Hi onearvo, welcome to the Lockdown Challenge. I'm your leader Sam, and today we'll be making a Jesus Saves Party Popper. For today's experiment, you will need an A4 sheet of paper and a pen. If you quickly need to go get those, pause the video and I'll meet you back here. Alright, let's get on with it. So this is what we're making, a Jesus Saves Party Popper, and this is how it works. Makes a loud bang. Just try to get a loud one. There you go. It makes a loud bang because it's a celebration that Jesus saves us. Alright, let's get started. Get your A4 sheet of paper and fold it in half. And unfold it and do the same the other way. These instructions will be pretty quick, so if you need to, just pause the video or go back at any time. Now unfold the paper and fold these two bits into the line. I got the line there and I'm folding it to match the line. Now flip it around and do the same thing on this side. When I match the line and match the line. Alright, so now you should have something looking like this. Now what we do is we fold it on that crease we already have there. Now we flip it around and we fold these into this crease here that we have. And we fold the other half in as well. Alright, now you should have something looking a bit like this. Now you don't want to fold it this way because it looks like that. You want to fold it this way so you have nice, smooth edges. And now for the most important step. Jesus saves. There we go. Now you can see I put some nice little decorations there. I think you guys can do a bit better than me. Go ahead and decorate it, color it in if you want. And here it is. Now how you do it is you grab these corners here, you grab that on the edge, hold it up, and slam it down as hard as you can. All that way. If it doesn't work, go the other way. Alright, that's the Jesus Saves Party Popper. Go around your house, pop it, and say Jesus Saves. That's all for today, onearvo. I'll catch you in the next one.
Oh, Vish, what a great lockdown challenge. I'm
That'd be
definitely going to give that a crack. Maybe even this evening.
Oh,
But very, very cool.
yeah.
Vish, it's been a great day, hasn't it? It's just been awesome here at onearvo.
It's been lovely. And a real big time where we thought, hey, Jesus has come. Like, he really did come. And so if you've got big questions about that, why don't you chat to your parents or maybe even reach out to a friend who comes to onearvo or even us. We'd love to be able to hear from you or even ask big questions around that too. But right now, continue doing your lockdown challenges and we'll see you guys really, really soon. See ya.
We will.